Hey, wonderful people, a pleasant Saturday morning to everybody. So, I bought some newspaper, the Gleaner and Observer Star, whatever it is. And I said that when I get a little time, I'm going to just read them and look at them. So I saw something that caught my eye. It says investors could bolt. So when I saw that, I figured it was, some sort of alliteration. It says, and I was right, to the great sprinter, the greatest sprinter in our generation, Usain St. Leo Bolt. And it says, economist warns sprint legends outcry over SSL fraud could deter foreign investment in Jamaica. And attorney, and I think it's Bolt's attorney, robust report that the institution only received a portion of Bolt's multi-million-dollar investment. So let's just read what it says here. It says the controversy surrounding the defrauding of sprint great Usain Bolt and hundreds of other clients of Stocks and Securities Limited, which is SSL, could trigger a reduction in foreign investment in Jamaica if aspects of the case draw international eyes, economist Keenan Faulkner believes. Or Falcona believes, I think that's how his name is pronounced. Bolt was among 200 SSL clients impacted by the US $30 million fraud, authorities disclosed. The track and field legend, through his holding company Wellgen Limited, reported invested US $6.2 million in SSL. Dang. Jesus, every time I hear it, I feel it like, just like current running through my body. That's a bit of money. It's quite a bit of money. And I'm saying it mildly. Faulkner, how do you pronounce this? Whatever, said Bolt has been more than reasonably restrained in his public commentary on the matter, acknowledging loyalty to Jamaica. However, the economist said, given Bolt's profile, you think he's a little fluke or a little imp? Absolutely not. That's why he should be given the hero status, at the very least. If he decides to reverse his stance, this could amplify adverse sentiments that may have already been held by elements in the international community in the immediate aftermath of the incident. You hear what I'm saying? So what they're saying is that if Bolt should revert and just decide to spill the beans and just spew his anger, it would almost solidify what the international bodies feels about us as Jamaicans. When they think about us, oh my God, I don't even want to go there. The fraud at the investment firm was first reported publicly in January 2023. Matters in the financial world depend to a large extent on the power of perception in the minds of many, and I've seen this greater than reality. So if somebody perceives you to be a murderer, a thief, a liar, even if it is not true, if that is what their mind is seeing, if that is how they're seeing you, there is nothing, no one but God himself can change that purview about you, fake or not. And we see this, and that is why God hates people who spread propaganda, lies, rumors, because he knows what it does to the brain. When people believe you to be something that you are not, they start to treat you accordingly and spread lies about you. So if negative signals are sent globally, especially by the great Usain Bolt, that could impact metrics like investor sentiment, credit ratings, and willingness to do business, even if those may not be directly related to the nature of this incident. His comments come amid resurfaced discourse on the matter after Bolt expressed displeasure with the Jamaican government's efforts and the pace at which SSL fraud case is progressing in an interview with the Fix on Monday. Bolt said that he has not invested locally since being defrauded, but he would not. Falcona, said that although the incident has no implications for wider financial sector stability, Questions may arise about the robustness of Jamaica's regulatory regime and the ability to resolve such matters in a timely and satisfactory manner, should there be any reoccurrence. Let me tell you something. Maybe it's because of who, but if it's both. Perhaps if he was Mr. So-and-so in terms of, one of the elite, this would not be dragging so long. That's my perception. That also impacts perceptions of institutional rig and desire to engage with domestic entities. So it is really the best interest of the competent authorities to quicken the pace of recovery, not only in respect of Usain, but all who are affected, in order to restore any potentially lost confidence, The Economist noted. Now, this subheading says false, baseless, and entirely without credibility. Yesterday, Bolt's attorney, Linton Gordon, rebuffed allegations being circulated that only a portion of Bolt's funds that were sent to SSL were received by the institution. He said the allegations or the allegation reported by one media house is false, baseless, and entirely without credibility. Gordon said all funds lodged at SSL by Bolt's company were transferred via bank transactions and that every payment was acknowledged by the institution in writing, legally binding document. Further, he said Ken Tomlinson, who was appointed by the Financial Services Commission, FSC, to take temporary management of SSL, found records confirming these lodgements and has attested to them in the Supreme Court. Therefore, any suggestion that funds from Mr. Bolt's company, Welgen Limited, did not reach SSL is inaccurate and without merit, said Gordon. He also said the notion that Bolt was negligent, the audacity of people, because I heard it, in making these deposits is unfounded. The Prime Minister of Jamaica, the government of Jamaica, and let me see if it continues here. So, hundreds of Jamaicans invested in SSL, an institution which was approved and regulated by the government, the attorney said. So to suggest that Mr. Bolt was careless or lacked proper financial management is to imply the same about every Jamaican who has invested in a government-approved financial institution. Gordon noted that the FSC issued SSL an annual license to operate as a financial institution and said on that basis every citizen has the right to rely on the government entity that is responsible for assessing and regulating such institutions. So organized effort to shift blame, again, something that I see generally, men practice where women are concerned. This sort of narcissistic, arrogant behavior. Organized effort to shift blame is the other subheading. There now appears to be an organized effort to shift blame onto the Honorable Usain Bolt for his loss when he's guilty of nothing more than investing in the country that he loves. And I agree. How dare them? How dare them? This is a textbook case of victim blaming. This is a textbook case of victim blaming, and it appears, yes, victim blaming. You have that. A lot of narcissistic people do that, especially men where women are concerned. I'm not beating on men, believe you me, because you have good men out there. And when it's time to chide the women, I will do it. And it appears to be an attempt to absolve the government of its failure to protect the public and those defrauded by SSL, the attorney stated. Even more concerning is the apparent attempt to silence victims and manipulate the narrative about who is truly responsible for this large-scale fraud, which has left hundreds of Jamaicans without their hard-earned money and no clear path to recovery. And when I talk about, for example, with the different public sector entities where monies are supposed to be given to them, be it retroactive salaries, retroactive pay, increase in salaries, increase in pay, the whole enchilada. And then you will have the people will come on with nonsense to talk about this, that, and the third when they gave themselves 100%, 200%, 300%. And then they have the gall to say that there is no money in the kitty when our money cannot be traded with aliens or animals. may God help them. And may the blessings of God be on board. Guys, you know what to do with TikTok and YouTube. Subscribe. Give me a line. Thanks.